Hey, peeps, what's going on? Uh, First thing first, I would like to recap that, yeah, we know the Lions lost yesterday to Seattle Seahawks. It was just a ugly team loss. I'm not about to get into the whole pointing out fingers, who's to blame for the entire loss. It was a team effort. I'm tired of hearing about certain players being pointed out when when the team should have overall played better. And why? Because of the coaching staff. Uh, we know what the scenario is with the defense, and that's why I'm not really picked on Paul Pasqualoni too much. Which is why I more normally when the defense plays bad, I point more towards Matt Patricia because it's his own design defense that he's used to running. So it's like to me, you should know better than to and know how to prep better for these games, especially the Seahawks because you know them now. You faced them for a number of years, ever since the Super Bowl, and you've been able to deal with them for the most part. My issue is the offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator is a big problem for this team. Uh, and a lot of people will say, well, y'all didn't have a problem last week when it was against Miami. The problem is that when we attempted to do the run, we gained positive yardage. What happened was, and I think that's what led ultimately to Cooter leaning on the run game because it was working, and he knew he would have been foolish not to, as opposed to it being like yesterday when we first attempted it with only 7 carries. That it wasn't working as good, so he strayed away from it. And my thing is, we've had games against the San Francisco 49ers where the run game has shown up, but Cooter didn't intend to use it too much. And this is where I'm getting sick of Indies in and out. The Lions have 8 weeks to realize that their identity is going to be inconsistent. And with all this talent that this team has overall, we should not be sitting here looking inconsistent. It's one thing if we were 4-3. It's one thing, and again, I'm not upset. Like I said, I'm more concerned with the divisional game. That's what I'm saying. I felt the Lions need to change their offensive coordinator right now. I'm not implying that we need to sit here and keep going through this with Jim Bob Cooter. It's starting to wear and tear on me. When I'm excited about how the offense played, it's because of the players, not because of him. I give him a credit for calling the game? Yeah. But see, how many times are we going to keep going through where, okay, one week you get some decent credit because you called a good game to a certain degree, but then the next game you call a cracking one. Now I'm supposed to set because you called a game the other week good. I need consistency. I'm not asking. I really wasn't asking for a playoff year too heavily this year. I felt we should make it because of offensive talent, and if we play balanced enough, that the Lions could make a playoff run, or at least beat their divisional rivals. Problem is, if we're prepping for next year, we need to do everything right now to prep for next year. And I say right now, go ahead and fire Jim Bob Cooter. Because at the end of the day, I'm not about to sit here and make an excuse about the players don't know the system too well and this and that, and it could hold the team back, fire him, bringing somebody else in. That's bullcrap. Because when you got rid of Joe Lombardi, we didn't strike too far away from where he had us at. So at the end of the day, first things first, while I make this name called out to who should be hired here, I would like to take the time to say, send my condolences to his mother because he was just fired. He just lost his mom, now he was just fired. Hue Jackson for the Cleveland Browns. My condolences go out to you for losing your mother and then coming to lose your job. At the same time, that's got to be cringy and that's got to be heartbreaking. I'm really sorry to hear that. Hue Jackson to me is a real likable coach, in my opinion. He's a good coach, in my opinion. I know that Cleveland team, there are some things that go wrong in that organization, and trust me, as a Lions fan, I would know. Those players, when they went on with his team, it was way too much talent on that team compared to the Lions 0-8 season. I can't completely blame Hugh Jackson for it. Like a lot of people may believe that there's some things going on between him and his coordinators, who probably know the game a little better than him. I feel though Hugh Jackson did real good work with Andy Dalton when he was there. Why not bring him back in for an offensive coordinator job? Why? Why not get? Why not the Lions? Why? Maybe we should target him. I'm just saying. I understand. Oh, 16 thing is a kind of a thing most people don't want, but a lot of us in DV know the Browns are a better team than what their record had showed that year. The Browns lost that, and a lot of it got blamed on Deshaun Kaiser too. Boldly enough, you know what I'm saying. I think the Browns were a better team than 0-16 last year. I'm sorry, they were a better team than that. They were a much better team than that. I feel I don't know what was going on in that organization why they couldn't win the game. To me they just didn't suck. They was too competitive. I mean, yeah, you could say the Lions were competitive in the year they won 0-16, but the Lions ultimately showed why they couldn't win the game. To me, I didn't see enough for the Browns to see why they went 0-16. You know what I'm saying? I saw a team that they were stronger to me last year than the year they went 1-15, and they found a way to win the game then. I think maybe they got screwed out of some games. I think uh, we were supposed to be that track team that lose to them and give them their first win last year, but we didn't. Uh, Browns, wish them all luck. But I feel like I'd rather take a chance right now with Hue Jackson. But at the same time, only reason why I wouldn't is because the fact of the matter, he's probably going through a lot right now, and I don't know if is focused enough. That's the only reason why. You know, he just lost his mom, and maybe that is the best thing for him now, just to stay away from football for the rest of the season, and and just move on. I would like to get him now because to me it would. Uh, if his offense is still what it was when he was with the Bengals, when he had the running game going, he was setting plays up better. They could throw down the field, do the basic things that you want an offense to do, and be consistent. Um, with Matthew Stafford throwing the ball, I think we'll get a lot of better results. And that's why I feel like I would want him now, but I don't want to rush. If we could get him, I know it hasn't been talk about the Lions possibly letting go of Jim Bob Cooter outside the fan base. But if the Lions, please, if they hear this video, man, I would like them to get rid of Jim Bob Cooter in favor of Hue Jackson. I feel like, I'll take all the negative feedback you guys want. If you want to, again, I would love to have Hue Jackson here, being offensive coordinator for Matthew Stafford. I need somebody who's been proven to be a good offensive coordinator to run this offense. We don't have time for these test subjects, been quarterback coach, offensive line coach, and this and that. Then you come on here and run the team and you got some poor piss plays. We don't have time for that. I need somebody who's been proven as an offensive coordinator to run my offense, man. For real. If the Lions, and you try and prep for a year next year, and you using this as an experimental year, Matt Patricia needs to make the move. Now, if you don't do it this year, then he needs to get signed here next season as early as possible. Second our season ends, you need to be bringing him in as the new offensive coordinator and getting rid of yourself with Jim Bob Cooter. I'm sorry. So you get this team much time to get to know him. And if I was Hue Jackson, man, just as much as even though I want you here, I would say just stay away from football right now because you got a lot of stuff to work out. Personally, you just lost your mom. So, then this is my personal feeling. I want Hue Jackson here right now. And the thing is, if he doesn't decide to try to get a job somewhere in the NFL, I understand because you have a lot dealing with. But I want the Lions to pursue him, though. That's my point. I want the Lions to pursue Hue Jackson. You don't have to agree with me. There could be another offensive coordinator you think could be released. We don't know. But right now, my mind is on Hue Jackson for offensive coordinator. I'm done with Jim Bob Cooter. He can have another good game next week against our divisional rival and call a good game and we win by 10 or something. Yeah, I'll be happy, but I'll be happy more for the players, not because of Jim Bob Cooter. I want Jim Bob Cooter gone. It's too much because who knows? We may go and beat Minnesota next week, turn around and blow a horrible game against the Bears. Because to me, Jim Bob Cooter blows those games against the Bears. To me, even though we win, a lot of times we win because of Stafford and the rest of the team. He, to me, calls usually a terrible game against the Bears, man. Out of any of our divisional rivals when it comes to offense, he usually calls his worst games against the Bears, despite us beating them. To me, I feel like he does. You know what I'm saying? He has a few plays here and there. A lot of them feel like they come more from Stafford, and then it's like we just cracked, and then our defense probably helped bail us out too at times. That's the reason why we beat the Bears, as far as when it comes to coordinating and as far as how we come with the approach. We usually perform better against the Vikings. We usually perform better against Green Bay from time. offensively. But when it comes to freaking the Bears, he costs us. If we lose that game, it's because he cost it. He cost it for usually against our division rivals in general. And that's another reason why I want Jim Bob Cooter gone. He's the stain that we need to get rid of. If you want to do a rebuild, you've seen now for 8 weeks with this 7 to 8 games or more, what this guy has had to offer, Matt Patricia. I told you before, you don't want to take care of the play calling on both sides of the ball, then you need to get rid of one of these guys. Make it name that you are about winning games. You need to be trying to at least target Hue Jackson. At least make it known you want him here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna leave it right there. Again, I'm done with yesterday's game. It is what it is. I'm not blaming the one sole player for this and that and the other. It is what it is. Ziggy had, you want to keep sitting there pussyfooting with the money and whatever it is you're doing. You don't want to play. You don't want to play. Get off the team. And that's all I would say, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's clear the air of all these big names. We'll keep Darius Slay. Uh, unless he decide, I hope he don't decide to go and follow the rest of the flock and then just start playing. Like, he hasn't been playing that well these last couple games. He's been okay, but as long as he don't start, acting all like Ziggy and Levy and all that stuff, then I'm fine with it. With him here. So I mean, at the end of the day, Lions, y'all got some work to do. It's about time y'all do it. And again, I said it one more time. Yo and Prime Executive need to be firing Jim Bob Cooter and getting Hue Jackson here. I don't care if you disagree with me out there, people. If you agree with me or not, this is just an opinion, just my own theory, how I feel. And I feel like his offense, what he used to do for Andy Dalton, the logo of the Bengals, he could do for Matthew Stafford very well. Jim Bob Cooter is a major part of the reason why Stafford hasn't. He was efficient for most of the time, but he hasn't been looking elite. It's partially due to our trash coordinators, man. I don't care how good your quarterback is. If you come with a bum offensive coordinator, man, your quarterback go look trash because either the offensive line play would be trash or something, or either something else. That's why you don't. That's why you're supposed to find offensive coordinator that fits the system to the guy you have at quarterback. You don't get the offensive coordinator that designs plays for a weaker arm like Jake Rudolph and give it to a guy with a rocket arm like Matthew Stafford. You do not do that. You give him real plays that fit him. And that's how I'm going to leave it, man. Shout out to everybody, DV. Boy, no, man, I'm out of here. Peace.